I will not comment in this short podcast directly on the Chilcot inquiry. The report is around 2.5 million words long, which makes it very nearly as long as Gibbon's Decline and Fall of the Roman Empire. And although I'm assured that the report is very well written, I doubt that I shall find it as readable as Gibbon. What I have to say is connected with certain incidental matters. I will begin by acknowledging that I am widely regarded as evil, I and many of my friends. We do not approve of mass immigration. We regard it as a disaster for our societies. We do not like state-enforced multiculturalism. We do not like the public commitment to diversity and to equality. We reject the notion that diversity is any source of strength, at least not that sort of diversity. We deny the rightness of anti-discrimination laws. We believe in complete freedom of speech on all public issues, and we believe in the fullest the fullest freedom of association or of non-association. We do not like the European Union. We do not like multinational bodies which stand above their individual nation-state members. Although I have no objection to it, many of my friends find gay marriage deeply objectionable. And although, again, I have no objection to that myself, I also have no objection to my friends' strong denunciation of gay marriage. And I suppose that makes me evil at the very least by association. We are, according to the prevailing moral outlook of our civilization, deeply immoral. We are evil. But there is one issue, I suppose, on which we fundamentally differ from the establishment left. That is, we do not approve of blowing the arms and legs off children. We denounced the Iraq War before it began. We denounced it while it was continuing. We predicted it would end badly, and afterwards we saw our predictions come true. We did not go along with a war floated on a raft of lies that created failed states throughout the Islamic world, failed states presiding over terrorist camps that have spread murder and chaos throughout the world. We did not think it advisable to spread our systems of government at gunpoint, especially not to people who did not want to adopt those systems of government, or to regions where perhaps many people might have wanted that system of government, but where enough people didn't want it to make it not possible. We opposed the Iraq War. We regarded it as wrong. We regarded it as wrong for any number of reasons. But above all, we found the wholesale massacre of civilians abhorrent. And that changes everything. During the 80s and 90s, the establishment left in Britain and in America set itself up as the arbiters of right and wrong. These people told us in the 80s and 90s that when they came into their own, they would create a better and a fairer world. A world without poverty, a world without aggressive wars, a world in every conceivable sense better than the world they wanted to pull down. And with those assurances to each other, to themselves above all, and to us, they set themselves up as the arbiters of right and wrong. And according to their standards of right and wrong, we are evil. But I repeat, we never approved of blowing the arms and legs off children. The spell wasn't broken 13 years ago when the war took place. It should have been broken, but wasn't. And if you look into the Chilcot report for a ringing denunciation of the murderous hypocrisy of those who projected and those who carried through the Iraq War, you will not find anything so clear. British public documents, unless written by the establishment left, tend to be rather nuanced in their conclusions. But the war did change everything. The spell was not broken all at once. The spell, to a large extent, has still not been broken. But we can obviously see that the spell is beginning to break. And I look forward to a world in which the establishment left, here in England, and also in America, and I repeat, in all other countries where the establishment left is in control, and where that country supported the Iraq War, will be regarded with the disgust and the condemnation that it richly deserves. We do not approve of the present order of things. We look forward to the collapse of the present order of things and its replacement with something better. I will not say that we should regard ourselves, like the establishment left, as the arbiters of right and wrong. Like them, we are human beings. Unlike them, we accept that there are differences of opinion among us. We also accept, because we are more honest than they are, that we have sometimes ourselves changed our minds on certain fundamental issues. But if we are not perfect, and if we have no right to set ourselves up as they did as the arbiters of right and wrong, the fact remains that we have a better grasp of the truth than they have or ever had, and that makes us better, and that means that ultimately we shall win, because though it may happen slowly, sometimes very slowly indeed, and sometimes it may not happen in the lifetimes of those who long the most for it. There is no doubt that in the long term the truth does prevail. And I want us all to live as long as possible. Us, the evil people, and for the avoidance of doubt, the establishment left as well. I want us to live as long as possible so that we can experience a world in which the establishment left is regarded with the disgust and the abhorrence that it has earned during the generation during which it has held sway over our civilization. That is my considered response to the Chilcot report.